What's up, y'all? This is Wyclef Jean. Y'all watching idolator.com. Sagat fat. That means what's up in Creole.
Refugee Republic, Akon and on, all hands on deck.
I'm always in tune with the time. When you hear Waka Flocka on the tape and he's rhyming over trap and roll, or you hear T.I. or Trader Truth rhyming over guitars, it just sonically, it just goes somewhere else. I think for me, I always lean more towards like the acoustic stuff. Also going to Chicago, rocking with Young Chop and exchanging information. I thought that was great. So my era was the Timbaland and Missy era. And to me, the sonics that Timbaland was doing dubstep back then, and he was doing the trippy double, triple rhythms where like, even if you hear some of the Aaliyah records, and the only thing is it's missing one sound, and it would be a complete, modern dub record. So that's what I meant when I said Missy and Timbaland original dubstep. I definitely credit them for pushing the electro sonics of hip hop forward. Say when I did the score, half of the people on the score, you don't know who they were. Like Akon was on the score, Rod Digger was on the score, The Outsiders, one of Eminem's old crews, was on the score. And that's sort of like the way this tape is. A lot of artists you know, but then there's artists you don't know. I remember like when I did Ghetto Superstars for Maya, when Jimmy Iovine called me, he was like, yo, we got this girl, we want to make her a star. I brought her to the studio, Ghetto Superstars, and from there, the rest was history. So for me, that's what I'm expecting from this tape, to see a lot of discovery get blown up.
I'm talking Cypress Hill, I'm talking Ice Cube,
The idea for me of collaborating and the exchange of information, I always think that's the best idea. I don't call myself a genius, but everyone who works with me, they say I'm a genius, right? But I don't say that, because for me, like, the idea of like genius seems weird to me. Like it's like the person who just feels like they're so genius that they're doing everything. Everybody have to be like, oh hell, they're genius. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that.
Scarface, never seen a thug cry till he seen his dog.
The mixtape is leading into the album called The Carnival Begins. And why The Carnival Begins? The idea of just going back to the essence, I think it's been a while since you've heard a complete project from Wyclef, which was just totally focused on the music, and you was like, oh, okay. And I think the mixtape solidifies that I'm in the right mind space now, where you be like, okay, I'll fuck with a Wyclef album now. He looks like he's in that brain space where that's exactly what he's doing.
And hip hop will never be the same since Eminem lost proof.
Any kind of sound can be accepted in hip hop, but when you hear a record like Back from Abu Dhabi that I got on the Carnival too, the sonics on that don't exist. Like you'll be like, yo, where's these sounds coming from? And it's a big world, but I think what it does though is it pushes us to have to work harder, and you always want to be like the new one that puts the sound out and everybody follows.